Hey, what's good, everyone? This is Adnan Raidi in the clutch, and I want to talk about something a little bit different today. And I know we're still not even halfway through the season, let alone on Christmas Day. But I want to talk about my Miami Heat and a player who I've noticed has taken a big leap this season on both sides of the court, and I believe should be recognized for it. And I'm referring to none other than Bam Adebayo, who's been, as always, been doing really good on defense, and he's actually, in my opinion, made a huge improvement and is doing really well and is showing what he's now like as Udonis Haslem. Now he's basically the new Heat lifer, and he's the new captain of the team, and he's the guy that represents Heat culture and just what the Heat represents. And crazy enough, he actually is the longest tenured Miami Heat player since 2017 when he got drafted. So there is some merit to it, what Haslem has said. Basically. So anyway, what I'm referring to is that I believe Bam Adebayo should be recognized not only as an all-star, but also for Defensive Player of the Year, because he has come close several times in recent years, but has come up short, whether to Jaren Jackson or to Rudy Gobert or whoever the case may be. And but the problem with nothing against those guys winning the awards, but like they have faltered their teams per se in the playoffs, whereas the Miami Heat, through their resiliency and their defense and just overall team grit, led by guys like Bam Adebayo, they have helped the Heat overachieve and make it to either the conference finals and or the finals these past several seasons. And I believe it's time for Bam to be taken more seriously, and for him to get some recognition that he deserves, because obviously he wants to win a championship, and as Heat fans, that's what we want. But at the same time, I believe it's fair that since Bam is leading the Miami Heat in all aspects of the team, whether as a locker room leader or on the defensive end, I believe he should be recognized for it. And here's some numbers to back it up. Bam Adebayo allows 0.55 points per possession allowed on ISOs, which is number one among players with 30 plus ISOs defended. So it's not just a fluke stat like, oh, he did it one time so he's good. No, there's been consistent, and the fact he's number one among it with many different times, that's a good point right there. Bam is allowing 0.5 points per possession on 28 ISOs, so further confirms the first stat I just mentioned. Players are scoring 0.82 points per possession on drives versus Bam, which is number two among centers, which is very impressive, especially with Bam admittedly being slightly undersized. That's really good. He also allows 0.77 points per possession versus ball handlers in drop coverage, which is number four among players, with 70 plus screens defended, which is that's really tough, especially on going on the screens. You know, it's hard to recover from there, but Bam, he's been holding his own from in that part. He also allows 52.9% shooting at the rim on 5.2 shots per game, which is a career best for him. And opponents, this is the most important stat to me, in my opinion. Opponents attempt 6.2 fewer shots at the rim with Bam on the court, which is number six among players with 300 plus minutes. So basically, when Bam's on the court, players are scared to go to the rim to or basically drive for a layup, because they know there's a good chance Bam will block the shot or make their life really difficult. So that part, to me, that when Bam's on the court, players are more hesitant or less willing to go for a layup because he's there, and they know there's a good chance Bam will block them or make their life difficult when going for a layup. So I find that or a dunk. So I find that very impressive right there, and I believe that's a strong case, in my opinion, for that. He's also averaging, at the time of recording, 22.2 points per game, 9.9 rebounds, 3.9 assists, shooting 52.2% from the field, having 1.2 steals per game, which is very impressive for a center, and averaging a block a game. He is number 17 in the league in defensive rating with 109.0 defensive rating. He leads the Heat in that, by the way. And I know this sounds average, but the team is really close. He is number 4. The Miami Heat, they're 14 in team defensive rating, and they're like decimal points away from easily making the top 10, and led by Bam Adebayo. So with that, and I just personally believe that with Bam, like, he's just every single season he's evolving his game, and if you notice his especially his scoring has for many seasons been improving, and also he's been more of a leader on the defensive end, improving on his shot blocking and just making the right decisions on the court, and being a good intimidator at the rim, so that opponents will be hesitant to drive for layups or go for dunks. And that's very huge because the Heat, they are, like I said, they are undersized, Bam included. And so the fact that Bam, despite that issue, he still gets opponents nervous, that says something right there. That's something like he has that charisma on the court to let them know, like, hey, this is my court, this is my team, and if you're gonna go against us, even though we may be small, we're gonna make your life difficult. And that's a huge embodiment on Heat culture right there. And overall, I believe Bam Adebayo, just based on like how he's been improving all over the team, on and off the court, and also with being a huge contributor to the Heat's playoff success, going really deep in the finals or to the conference finals, whereas players that have won Defensive Player of the Year, excluding Draymond, I'm not going to talk about him obviously because he's different, but I'm talking about like Jaren Jackson or Rudy Gobert, when they win Defensive Player of the Year, they may be first round exits, maybe second round, whereas Bam and the Heat, through their team spirit and their embodiment of Heat culture and just focusing and priding themselves on defense, they're able to go even further in the playoffs. And I believe that should be recognized now, because the Heat have been slept on. And I believe after this finals run and how it's carrying over this season, I believe it's time for Bam Adebayo to be recognized for that by winning Defensive Player of the Year. Then again, that's just my opinion. I'm just presenting the facts. This was presented by both the Miami Heat themselves and also StatMuse, so I can get these numbers and confirm this information. So thank you all so much for taking the time. Please let me know, Heat fans, what you guys think. Do you think it's time for Bam Adebayo to be recognized as Defensive Player of the Year, or do you believe you want to see more out of him, especially him trying to like defeat Nikola Jokic? That's my one. I'll admit, to be unbiased, that's my one thing I hold on Bam. Is just I want him to actually not necessarily shut down, because like nobody has an answer for Nikola Jokic, but like at least contain him and like not have him go crazy like Jokic has done to everybody. If he can, that's my one challenge to him. If Bam can do that, I believe that can potentially, God willing, get the Heat over the hump. So and to win a championship. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think about Bam Adebayo overall? Should he win Defensive Player of the Year or not? Why not? And I'd love to hear you guys out in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to this channel. I certainly love and appreciate every single last one of y'all. God bless you all, and talk soon.